Hello everyone, welcome back to a new video. In this video I'm going to show you how to kill/grind Saurus, whatever you want to call it. This is because I recently uploaded a video where I killed them for 25 hours. I thought, do you know what, with this knowledge I can help other people out. So I've decided to make a tutorial on how to most effectively kill them, good setups, what you shouldn't have, what you should, and just overall useful information since there's not many modern videos on it now. But with that said, let's get right into the video. Right, so I'm going to show you right now is everything you should and should not use it. Whether they've been patched, they've been fixed, they've been nerfed, or whatever it is, because there's a lot of old videos where they say do certain stuff and it's just no longer a good option. So right, number one, and that is what everyone used to use for this, you no longer want to use one helm or a soul whip. Mine has Fatal Temple on, that's for something else. However, they just no longer aggro the same, as I can quickly demonstrate right now. So this is showing the new way Saurus aggro. As you can see, I'm throwing this soul whip and it's almost attracting none of them. Ignore the damage, it's because I'm in tank armor to best show you how ineffective this is now. But they just no longer aggro the same. They always go to the edge when you're not near them, and even when you are near them, it takes a lot more hitting of them to actually aggro them. Which overall just means it's no longer an effective and viable way to grind them. So right, with that being said, the new strat is left clicking them. Understand the damage is very low right now because of the armor. Let me explain more. So basically the new meta is to use a high damaging pet and a left click item like a Emblade or a giant sword or even Dark Claymore if you can afford it. However, let me tell you some do's and don'ts on that. Firstly, no longer going to use a one helm. That is now standard. Use either 3/4 Crimson, I would highly recommend, with like either Crimson helmet or a Tarantula helmet. This is solely because you can run faster, and also the Crimson has a nice unique ability where you can double hit. So even if you don't do enough damage in one single hit, it will be able to 2-tap it for you, or like 1-tap it for you, even though you only have to hit once. This happens obviously more the more Crimson you use, but as you can see there, it got a double hit. Very useful and overall very good to have. I currently use half Sorrow, half Crimson. This is solely because I do enough damage to do so. Right, let me go through some pets you should use, and some you shouldn't. Right, the first pet you should use is, if you can afford it, of course this is only if you can afford it. However, if you can't afford it, I would highly recommend just waiting till you can. But Golden Dragon, as you can imagine, with a Minos Relicon, gives so much magic find, beats everything else by a long shot. The only other pet what is suggested if you have a lower budget and you're doing something like Iron Man, or you just badly need Saurus for whatever reason, you can use a Mithril Golem. This is solely because it increases your combat stats by 20% on mining islands, which means increase your combat stats by 20% here whilst killing them. So it is very good for that, I agree. However, it just isn't very good for magic find. You could use other items like Griffins because they do increase the damage and magic find and everything like that. But another thing you should not use, and this isn't pet but it's armor, do not use Mastiff because Mastiff is very bad. I understand if you can't kill them, it's good because you won't die. However, you just can't do enough damage and it gives you 0 magic find. It is just unviable. Overall, there are so many. If you can't afford the Talisman or the pet or a weapon, it's just not worth it. I'll be honest. It is a very late game way to make money right now. But something you should not use at all is an OFA weapon. This is because you can't put looting on. And looting is very useful. It may not look it. Looting 4 out on this Emblade. It may not look very useful. However, if you look on the Wikipedia, you can see it actually increases your chances to get anything by a large amount, considering the percentage anyway. Plus that with your magic find you could get, overall makes it worth a lot more. Let me just quickly show you what I mean. This is on the official Hypixel wiki, what Hypixel has made themselves, and it shows you 0 magic find, 0 looting, 0 luck, everything on 0. 0.12% chance of sorrow. I'm ignoring the rest for now because it's only sorrow you want. Then when you move over to without looting, however with 200 magic find and luck 7, luck doesn't matter, nor does pet luck. But without looting, the chance of a sorrow is 0.36%, which is a lot better than 0.12 with 200 magic find, yes. However, when you compare that with the stats of with looting 5, what should be on your screen now, as you can see, 0.63%. That is a massive increase. That is not quite double, it's just like a best 0.1% under double, which I understand for looting 5 is very expensive, but looting 4 is still, I believe, around 0.55%. Genuinely, it's if you're using OFA, you're just wasting time, and you're missing out on lots of money what you could be making if it was with looting and other enchants like such. Anyway, back to the video. Okay, just before I actually get into killing the swords, let me just tell you real quick what Talisman reforge you want. You want Silky. You want at least probably 500 to 600 magical power. But Silky's the best for damage to Ghost from what I have found personally. Hurtful is also a one, or whatever the strength one is, sorry I don't remember off the top of my head. And if you really need, I have some of my tuning points on HP just to make sure I don't die as easily. Like, there are occasions where sometimes I may get nuked. All of a sudden I could get hit by 4 or 5 at the same time and die. There's not much I can do against that. So other than just add some tuning points to it, because it gives 5 HP per tuning point, and that is quite a good ratio. Right, okay, time to show you how to actually kill them. Right, to actually kill them, what you want to do is you want to go up to them, and you just want to smack them. It's as simple as that. Ideally you want to do it while it's not stopping running. And you just want to keep running around. And you can just keep doing this as much as possible, and hope you you shouldn't die, as long as you get a decent amount of base HP. Because these do true damage, but I'm not even sure if true defense helps. Yeah, you just want to run around like this, although there is something, let me just go up here, there is something, what, if you have higher ping, 200, 250 ping, you can currently do. I wouldn't recommend it, because, well, you can try it, I'm not sure if it's bannable, it could be classed as bug abusing, I don't want to get anyone banned for whatever reason, so do it if you want to, but it is where you hit a ghost and you run through it at the same time, like this, like that, and for whatever reason the game counts it as 2, and it is called ghost duping. Game counts it as 2 and you can get double the chance for a hit, which is very good if you are trying to make more money, because it can give you double the chance drop, which as you can imagine massively increases your overall by probably about 1.5 to 1.75, because you can't always do it of course, which yeah, can make it so you can make a lot more money. Also, one last little note of what I can think of is make sure you have Grandma Wolf Hat. Let me find mine, sorry, one moment, let me find her, there she is. Right, you always want to make sure you have this, because that plus 9 magnifying total can make a massive difference, especially if you do end up getting a Chimera weapon in the future, because it does add it. I'm not sure if it'll show it here, yes, look, I went from 226 to 246 after gaining 9, I have Chimera 5, so it'll be more. So it'll be around, I don't know why I added 20, I think it could be a little bit bugged or something like that, don't fact check it. However, as it shows where it does actually increase the magic find, and it is very useful. I make 20 million an hour, or I did anyway. The price is slightly dropped right now, but I'm sure they'll go up shortly in the future. As well, you can make more than what I did if you level a G-Drag. Right now would be a perfect time due to Derpy coming up. You can do F6s, or you could do this. This is the best way to make money and to get XP, although it isn't the best overall, I agree. So that is the end of this video. Please make sure you like if you enjoyed, you subscribe if you're new, and there is a Discord in the description. Please join it. You'll get pings of all streams and future videos, and that was really poor timing, server. Why you like this? But yeah, until next video, whenever that may be, hopefully for 3 to 4 days, if I'm good at timing. See you then.